In this video, we are going to explain the steps how to upgrade the OLT firmware or the OLT software. We have a PC or a Linux server, a Windows-based PC or a Linux server. This could be the NOC or it could be the locally connected system to the OLT. So this is connected to the Ethernet port of OLT, and then you have the PON and then your ONT network. We need to ensure that this path between the PC and the OLT, the two-way ping is fine. So once the network path is clean, we need to carry out this step number 1, collect the debug data file of the OLT. Then step number 2, we collect the OLT configuration file on the safer side. In case the OLT crashes, we can restore the old config and we can recover all the connections and the traffic. Step number 3, we transfer the new software file from the PC to the OLT using the FTP tools. And in step number 4, we trigger the OLT invoke upgrade step. This step, the OLT undergoes a reboot. It's called a cold reboot. So the traffic will be down for a few minutes. And in step number 5, the OLT automatically boots up and then we get the login and we verify whether the upgrade is complete. So we need to verify whether the new software file is seen in the OLT. And then we verify the traffic. And after that, we apply the step called commit upgrade. This is just a click of a button. All these 5 steps we can consider as the completion or the flow for upgrading the OLT firmware or software. We'll start off with ensuring the network path is clean. Show you here. Let's find what is the IP of the PC. So we can see this is the IP of my PC. Now we log into the OLT here. We log in and then we navigate to the folder maintenance, diagnostics, DCN monitor, and here we have an option called ping. Let us verify from the OLT whether the PC, the ping is clean. You can see there are no drops. The networking path is fine. There is 0% packet loss. So next we'll go to there is another user credential through which some operations, critical operations can be performed. The username is diag user and the password is same as the Tejas password. So login. Here we go to the left side maintenance menu. Under maintenance menu, we see diagnostics and here we see the option card diagnostics. This details of the various software and the diagnosis of the cards is available only for this user credential. Also, there is an option here called system settings. So under maintenance system settings, here there is an option called crash recovery. So this crash recovery option needs to be kept in disabled mode. That is recommended for many of the software upgradation steps. Step number 1 here. We collect the debug data file of the OLT. So this step ensures that, so we have to navigate to diagnostics. So again coming back here, like maintenance, then diagnostics. Under diagnostics, we have system diagnostics folder. We can open in the new tab. And here, collect master card data. This step it just ensures that all the logs necessary for us to troubleshoot in case of a upgrade issue are collected beforehand. In case you see another button here, clean up data, so kindly click on the button clean up data and then collect a fresh debugging data. So we click here and we can see in the top the browser there's an animation indicating that the command is accepted. You have to wait for 2 to 3 minutes until the data is collected. Meanwhile, I'll show you the steps how to collect the OLT backup file. You can see here, collect OLT config file. So what we need to do is, on the left side we have so many folders here. We have the folder maintenance. Under maintenance, we have the option for configuration management. Under configuration management, we have this option called backup configuration. We need to enter the FTP server credentials. So we can see here I have an FTP server. I use a mobile external tool. This is the FTP tool which we are using. This is the tool which we are using for the FTP activity. So we click on servers, and here we need to navigate and set the path. I created a folder in my desktop, OLT Config Back Up. Then I given a username and then password. So here I need to start my server. The triangle button. Come back to the OLT page. So give the username and then give the password. Then we give the IP address. So this is my IP address. This is the IP address of my laptop. Next, the directory. This is the home directory // and just ensure that your FTP server is running. So we can see there's a triangle mark and there's a timer running here. The time limit of 360 seconds. Click submit. So down below we see some status messages. So that's the security prompt. Click yes, asking 2 or 3 times. The security prompt comes up. So we can see here configuration, come back at command accepted. Down here we have the status message. It says that the configuration is successful. Backup. Which folder it has the backup has accumulated? The path in which we have described the FTP server. On my PC, it is here. This is the folder OLT Config Back Up. Configuration file. And you can see the configuration file has a format. This is the IP address of the OLT, and then the 2023, this is the year, and 5 is the month, and the other 5 is the date. And 1827, this is the time in the 24-hour format. So the configuration file comes in a format, the IP address and the date and time at which the configuration file was extracted. And this is the size of the configuration file. We'll come back here and then again click on the backup. So this again goes back to the original setup. Yeah, if I finish this step, let us see whether this step is completed. Debug data. So this was the window. The connection is in progress. If you just refresh the window, right now we see that still the debug data collection is in progress. Yeah, so I have refreshed the browser window here, and once we refresh, we can see that after a few minutes the debugging data link has come to download. So right click this and you can save the link as in any of the folders where we want. For example, I'm storing the same folder, OLT Config Back Up. You can give a date and time for easy tracking. So I'm just giving it as May 5th and then save the data. Sure that in the browser the download is completed. So it's around 5 MB of data. So once the data is downloaded, you can click on the cleanup button to clear the cache from the OLT. So now we close this window. Now we go back to the OLT window, the main window. Now we have to execute this step. Step 1 and 2 are completed. We need to execute the step number 3. So coming back to the FTP tool, here I need to set the path for software upgrade. So I made a software folder by the name OLT new software, and then I've given a custom login and password. I click on OK. So I made a folder on my desktop screen. This folder contains the software files, the new software file. You can see this is the new software version I want to upgrade, A56.14.40. What is the existing software version here? So I need to click on the maintenance folder, go to load availability. So maintenance and load availability. And here we can see this is the existing software version. So the existing software is A56.14.29. And I want to upgrade to number 40. And also ensure the proper file sizes. You can send an email to the Tejas support team. I will give the email address in the link below. and you can obtain from them the latest software file. You need to share your current software version and the PO number of your OLT, or the purchase order number of your OLT, and they will provide you the new software file. So this is the three files are required: the catalog XML and the firmware file and the software file, the /img file. So three files together form the Tejas new software upgrade file. Here you ensure that the files are in proper format. You come back here and come to the maintenance folder. Under the maintenance folder, we have the folder upgrade operations. Under upgrade operations, we have the option called unified upgrade. So this unified upgrade window, we need to select the option deliver release from remote machine. So several options are here. Ensure that you have the option remote machine, and then the username password. So whatever the settings in the FTP window, that has to be used here. So username, then password. The IP address will be the IP of the PC. So I can see here, this is the IP of my PC, the IP address. Directory will be home directory, so // don't save. Now I press the enter or submit. We can see that the deliver release command has got accepted. But now I need to ensure that my FTP server is running. You can see the triangle button. I need to click on start. Only when the FTP server is started, the file transfer will happen. So there's a security prompt. You click on yes. There will be 3 or 4 security prompts. Down below, we can see the status message. The software deliver release. This has started. Another prompt, because there are 3 files transferring. So you need to wait for a minute or two for the window here. It will automatically, the status will change. So kindly do not, on the same window, kindly do not press any other buttons or menus. Ensure that the menu on which you initiated the upgrade, the window remains open. So we can see here there's a timer. Up to 360 seconds, the FTP is allowed. So these are the 3 files which we are transferring. So we can see the message here. Software download deliver release is successful. So this message indicates that all the files are successfully transferred. You can also see the list of logs. So this will show you which are the files which have been transferred. While the FTP server is still running, it's okay to have it running, or once you are sure the transfer is complete, you can even stop it. So now on this window, upgrade window, you can come back to the folder upgrade operation and click on the unified upgrade button. Once I click this unified upgrade button, we can see the next option is shown here. The next step here is check upgrade. If you suppose at this stage we want to, for some reason you want to cancel the upgrade, you can always click on cancel upgrade and the state machine will be reset. There will be no reboot of the OLT, so you can recur to the version state. So now we wanted to do the check upgrade step. So this step internally checks the status of the files. So this will take a few seconds. We can see here software check upgrade successful. Now again we come back to the upgrade operations menu and click on unified upgrade. So the next step is load upgrade. You can see here in any of these tabs there's an option for cancel upgrade. So you want to cancel, you can cancel it. So this is the load upgrade. This loads the files into the memory of the OLT before initiating the upgrade. So we go down here, we can see here the load upgrade activity is successful. Again, we come back to upgrade operations and click on the unified upgrade. This is the critical window. So in this window, we can see there's an option which says software download operation, invoke upgrade. And here there's an option called upgrade with cold reboots. It is required to ensure that we do the upgrade with cold reboot. We need to apply a tick mark here. So upgrade with cold reboot is a compulsory step. And then here we have the option for invoke upgrade. Once we click submit, the OLT will go into a reboot and will not be able to access the OLT for 10 to 15 minutes. At this stage, for some reason you want to cancel the upgrade, you can go here and you can click the cancel upgrade. Beyond this stage, there is no revert possible. The only way is we have to move to the new software version. We click on upgrade with cold reboot and then click the submit button. What we'll do is we'll trigger a continuous ping to the OLT. Next is we have to see here alarms. There are no major card level alarms. So we can see here there's only a software downloading alarm because the software activation has been triggered at 16 August 1831. Click this upgrade with code reboot and we click on submit. So now we see that the invoke upgrade step has been started and the software file will be now activated following the reboot of the OLT. So the ping to the OLT would continue for some time. Once the screen has come, do not do any other activities. The screen would automatically change. So now we see here that the reboot has started. So we are getting a message unable to connect. And we see here that we are also lost the ping to the OLT. So the OLT is under reboot. So now we can see that the reboot has almost completed and we are getting back the ping to the OLT and shortly we will get the login to the OLT. Then we again log in, username Tejas. Here we see that we got the login window. We see the maintenance folder. Under the maintenance folder, we see the load availability. Under load availability, we see that the new software version 14_14 has been successfully upgraded. We have to then upgrade operations, unified upgrade. At a unified upgrade, we see a menu here, commit upgrade. We will not commit now. We see here the invoke is successful. Let us verify whether the traffic is coming up fine on the ONTs. Click here, manage ONT, open a new tab. So here there is one ONT by the name Power Room Test. So this is 1125. So let us see if the ONT has come up. So we see that the OLT physical status is activated and ready. Let's see what is the optical power. So we go to RxTX. So 1125, we have to click on refresh. The power will auto sync and come. Then come back to RxTX list. We see here that the power is -27. So the power here is in border case. But still, it is in an activated state. Now let's verify whether the traffic on that ONT is working fine. Here to services. So we go to GP08 connections. We need to filter out the OLT 1125. Data traffic. TJ power room Wi-Fi test. So VLAN 218. Real to services. VLAN service. VLAN number 218. So we can see here, this is the service. Here, let us see the performance counters. So we see that the data traffic is, the packets are increasing, TX and RX. So that means the traffic is working fine. So we can also connect to the particular OLT and we can check. I'm connecting to the Wi-Fi of that OLT. So we can see that the internet is working fine. So here, so the bandwidth test is completed. So this means the internet is working fine. So we can conclude to maintenance. Under maintenance operations, unified upgrade. So here we'll have to click on commit. So we click on submit. We get a message here. The commit upgrade step is successful. So again click on unified upgrade. We come back to the original state during the whatever the window was seen during the pre-upgrade. We have reached step number 4. So step number 4 is also completed. And once the reboot is completed and then we get the login to the OLT, we need to do the step number 5 and verify whether the OLT upgrade is complete, and we verify whether traffic is running, and then we verified, we click on the commit upgrade option.